A sort of protection known as copyright is given to authors and creators of creative works, which can include musical, artistic, theatrical, literary, and other intellectual endeavors, whether they have been published or not. The original and manifestations of ideas are protected by copyrights, but not the ideas themselves. For instance, an author cannot monopolize and defend a theme of love where a girl falls in love with a male, but the parents forbid the relationship, and after years of pain, the love triumphs. The original work on the subject, whether it be a film, book, or even a piece of music, cannot be monopolized. Legally defined, a copyright is a statutory protection of an artist's or writer's work giving to the creator or the holder of the copyright the right to regulate the publication, multiplication, or use of the copyrighted material for a certain period of time. It is an intangible or incorporeal right which purpose is to give protection to the intellectual product of the author or creator. The Intellectual Property Code, or RA 8293, thus provides that the holder of the copyright has the exclusive right to carry out, authorize, or prevent the following acts. First, reproduction of the work or substantial portion of the work, meaning to say, you cannot reproduce an artist's work. Transformation of the work, like dramatization, translation, adaptation, and abridgment. Third, first public distribution of the original and first copy of the work by sale. Fourth, rental rights. And lastly, public display of the original or a copy of the work. Copyright secures original expression in the forms of literary, scholarly, scientific, and artistic creations. It also extends to software programs, compilation of databases, and derivative works. These works are protected by the sole fact of their creation, regardless of their mode or form of expression, as well as their content, quality, and purpose.
Coverage of the Copyright Law, Section 172.1 IPC. In the Philippines, copyright protection for artistic, literary, and derivative work lasts during the lifetime of the author, plus 50 years after the author's death. This term of protection also applies to posthumous works. Ito yung works that was either finished but published after mamatay ng author, or work na unfinished and na-published after mamatay ng author. In accordance with copyright laws, original works are given copyright protection to combat theft and unlawful use. Creative works protected by copyright include books, pamphlets, articles, and other writings. Self-explanatory naman po ito kasi po ito ay literary works, and as I mentioned earlier, kasama siya sa may mga copyright protection. Periodicals and newspapers. The expression of ideas is protected by copyright law, not the ideas themselves. This idea presents challenges for newspaper publishing because factual information cannot be protected by copyright, and newspaper articles frequently rely heavily on factual information. The degree of original content determines how much copyright protection is applicable to a newspaper article. For instance, a list of sports scores would not be protected by copyright. On the other hand, a political editorial regarding a certain nation's political situation can have enough unique content to be covered by copyright laws. Lectures, sermons, addresses, dissertations, preferred for oral delivery, whether or not reduced in writing or other material form. These are considered original creations in the literary domain, which are protected from the moment of their creation. Letters. A letter is always protected by the copyright laws, whether it has been published or not. The Act recognizes exclusive rights over unpublished works and protects the owner from unlawful publication by a third party, even though it does not specify the duration of protection for such works. Dramatic or dramatical musical compositions, choreographic works, or entertainment in dance shows. Since it takes a lot of work to produce your own choreography and composition, this artistic creation should undoubtedly be protected by copyright laws. Musical compositions with or without words. The Music Copyright Act protects the creator of the work from any possible exploitation by third parties, unless permission was given by the original creator. This same set of rules applies to individual songs, regardless of the popularity of the artist. Works of drawing, painting, architecture, sculpture, engraving, lithography, or other work of art, models, or designs for work of art. Original ornamental designs or models for articles of manufacture, whether or not registrable as an industrial design, and other works of applied art. Illustration maps, plans, sketches, charts, and three-dimensional works relative to the geography, topography, architecture, or science. Under copyright law, maps should be treated like other artwork or intellectual property. This means that generally, nobody should publish a map that isn't owned by them without specific permission from the author. Drawings or plastic works of a scientific or technical character. So yung mga nabanggit ko is artworks protected by copyright laws just like anything else that can be copyrighted, as I mentioned earlier. Photographic works, including works produced by process analogous to photography, lantern slides. In short, copyright law states that when you snap a picture, you automatically acquire the copyright to the resulting image. This indicates that you have the only right to reproduce the image, display the picture in a public area. Audio-visual works and cinematographic works and works produced by a process analogous to cinematography or any process for making audio-visual recordings. Audio-visual works shall be protected for 50 years from the date of publication. It is protected for 50 years following the date of creation if it is unpublished. Pictorial illustrations and advertisements. Advertising that demonstrates original intellectual effort in conception, composition, and arrangement is protected under the copyright laws. The advertisement doesn't need to be of outstanding literary or artistic worth. Computer programs. Computer programs are considered literary works by copyright law and are therefore protected. Computer programs are examples of sets of instructions that can direct a computer to carry out a specific task or produce a specific outcome. These instructions can be expressed as words, codes, schemes, or other forms including a machine-readable medium. Similar to a book, movie, or piece of art, the words, codes, schemes, or other forms may be protected by copyright law as creative works, and often to the coder, the source code is a work of art. Other literary, scholarly, scientific, and artistic works.
Intellectual property, or IP, is the ideas came from human intellect like music, literature, discoveries, invention, words, and phrases. And under intellectual property, we have copyright, trademark, and patent. Yung mga letter C na may bilog, copyright siya. Siya yung pinakang simbolo or logo ng copyright. Tapos yung TM or pag minsan ni R, ito ay for trademark. So copyright, as mentioned earlier, copyright, it gives exclusive legal rights to the creators. Ito yung nagabigay ng karapatan sa mga creator para maako nila ang kanilang mga gawa at para hindi magamit ng iba. Isa sa mga example ng copyright ay ang Miss Universe organization at NBA. Sila ay may partnership sa ABS-CBN para ipakita at ipalabas dito sa Pilipinas ang kanilang mga programa, at ABS-CBN ay hindi mabibigyan or malalagyan ng copyright dahil meron silang karapatan at may partnership sila sa organization. Lalabas ang copyright dito pag ang isang tao or ang isang individual ay nag-produce ng video or kumuha ng isang video mula sa, for example, NBA. Kumuha ka ng isang video sa NBA at ipinost mo ito sa iyong social media account at pinagkakitaan, dito lalabas ang copyright. So for trademark naman, trademark ay pag-ako ng isang kumpanya sa logo or pagrehistro sa isang pangalan at logo. Gaya ng sa Nike, ang logo ng Nike ay check, at ang Adidas, ang logo nila ay tatlong guhit. Dahil naka-registered itong logo na ito at pangalan na ito, hindi na ito maaaring gamitin at kuhain ng iba pang brands or organization para sa kanilang kumpanya. Maaaring mag-register ng patents, trademarks, and trade names sa Intellectual Property Office, at ang copyright naman ay nire-register sa National Library and Supreme Court Library. And patent. Ang patent naman is for inventors and inventions like gadgets, medicine, ideas, procedures, sign, concept, discoveries, and more. Kung ang copyright ay para sa creator at sa mga creations, ang patent naman ay para sa inventors at inventions. So, paano naman pag walang-wala ka ng magamit na mga ideas? Meron tayong fair use and copyright free. Meron tayong mga free music, free videos, and photographs na ididodonate ng mga individual para gamitin ng public. Ito ay walang bayad at hindi ka malalagyan ng copyright kung ito ang iyong gagamitin. Isa pa, hindi ka malalagyan ng copyright pag meron kang consent ng owner. Kunwari, meron kang kaibigan, ginamit mo ang kanyang compose na kanta sa isang show or sa isang video, hindi ka malalagyan ng copyright kasi nagpaalam ka at may consent ka nung may-ari. At isa pa, hindi ka malalagyan ng copyright pag binili mo yung isang creations, like bumili ka ng kanta and nagpagawa ka ng kanta sa isang composer. Hindi ka malalagyan ng copyright kasi sa'yo na yon at binili mo yon. There are some cases na kahit ang sariling may-ari ay nakaka-copyright dahil in-upload ko kunwari ang aking picture sa social media at merong isang tao na nag-register ng picture ko, maaari ako ma-copyright kahit sa akin yung picture dahil hindi ito naka-register sa aking pangalan. Ang copyright ay madalas na nakikita at nangyayari sa YouTube at Facebook. Sa pag-download mo ng isang video sa Facebook at in-upload mo ito sa ibang account at pinagkakitaan mo ito, isa itong copyright dahil kumikita ka ng pera at mas marami ka pang nakikitang pera kaysa dun sa original na may-ari ng video. Ay, paano naman kung nag-download ka ng video sa YouTube at in-upload mo ito sa iyong Facebook, tapos nilagyan mo siya ng CTTO to the owner o credits to the owner? It's a copyright pa din dahil kumuha ka ng video ng may-ari na hindi niya alam at pinagkakitaan mo ito at nakakagain ito ng mas maraming views, copyright pa din ito. Ang tamang paraan ng pag-credits or pag-share ng video ay hindi pag-download at pag-post nito. Ang tamang paraan nito ay pag-share gamit ang tunay na account nung may-ari ng video at pagbibigay ng direct credits, hindi yung credits to the owner na nakalagay sa caption, kundi direct credits na alam nung may-ari na shinare mo to at alam ng may-ari na ginamit mo ito. Ang copyright infringement naman ay paglabag mo sa isang video or isang creative works or pag-post nito ng walang permission ng tunay na may-ari. Ang fair use naman at ang copyright free ay maaari natin gamitin sa mga criticism, teachings, news reporting, review, and commentary. Hindi ka makakatanggap ng copyright or copyright infringement dahil hindi mo naman ito pang sarili, dahil ito ay para sa public at makakatulong sa nakararami. Example ng copyright dito sa Pilipinas ay ang mga sumusunod. Una, ang video ng Binibining Pilipinas Management na pinapalabas ang isang audience dahil nagla-live ito at mas nakakagain ito ng mas maraming views kaysa sa original na video na Binibining Pilipinas.
House lights, sandali lang. Sino ang nagvi-video, nagla-live? You are live. You are airing this live. The client just called me, nagla-live ka. Sino ka? Get out of Araneta now. Strictly no videos. Are we clear? Meron nanonood sa audience, ni-live ninyo.
At isa pang halimbawa ng copyright dito sa Pilipinas ay ang speech ng isang magna cum laude mula sa Camarines Sur Polytechnic Colleges na ginaya nito ang speech din ng isang cum laude mula sa FEU. Humingi ng tawad ang school dahil sa nangyari at humingi din ng pasensya at tawad ang gumawa at kumopya ng speech.
Lang. The short term for the Filipino word lamang, which means just or only. A word used to express limitations and a lack of something. Yun lang, yan lang, ito lang. Sounds unmotivating, but
Lang, a shortened Filipino word for lamang, which means mere, just, or only. Same words as yan lang.
Isang halimbawa pa ng copyright dito sa Pilipinas ay ang panggagaya ng Miss Universe Cambodia sa stage design ng isang fan para sa Miss Universe Philippines. Humingi ng pasensya at tawad ang Miss Universe Organization at inamin nila na ginaya nila ang design ng isang fan dito sa Pilipinas. Isa pang halimbawa ay ang pag-delete ng YouTube ng cover ni Morissette Amon ng Rise Up dahil mas nakalikom ito ng milyon at mas marami pang views kaysa sa original nitong kumanta na si Andra Day. Isa pa, ang pag-delete ng Facebook ng videos ni Steven Vancil dahil sa kanyang pag-parody sa isang video mula sa Raffy Tulfo in Action. At hindi lang ito sa kanya madalas nangyayari, kundi sa karamihang influencer at mga taong nag-upload ng mga video sa Facebook kahit na sa YouTube. Laganap at very popular ngayon ang copyright, hindi lang sa ating physical na buhay, pati na rin sa social media. Ngunit itong copyright naman ay may iwasan natin sa pamamagitan ng paglalagay ng direct credits sa mga bagay na kukunin natin sa social media. Isa pa ay pagiging responsableng mamamayan, at panghuli ay paglimita ng mga bagay-bagay na kailangan nating ibahagi sa iba.